Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Dr. Mel Mahone. Today I will do a talk on leadership. One of the most important leadership qualities of great leaders is vision. This is one of the single quality more than anything that separates leaders from followers. Great leaders have vision. Followers do not. Leaders can stand back and see the big picture. Followers are caught up in day-to-day activities. Great leaders have developed the ability to fix their eyes on the horizon and see greater possibilities. Followers are those whose eyes are fixed on the ground in front of them and who are so busy that they seldom look at themselves and their activities in a larger context. I am the definition of an unrelenting man that overcame childhood life lessons, young adult struggles, and post-traumatic stress condition, barriers that shaped me to become an effective leader. Most of my leader in training began when I was a Marine stationed in Vietnam. I left the U.S. Marine Corps and became a police officer, customs aide, and correctional treatment specialist. I earned a PhD degree while working long hours to support my family. I have endured various levels of stress in those law enforcement positions before finally leaving the federal prison system in 1980. I began my employment with the federal government with the U.S. Protective Service as a U.S. Federal Special Police in 1971. I worked many hours attending. I continued to go to school on a full-time basis when I transferred to the United States Customs Service from 1972 until 1977. I worked an average of 12 to 13 hours a day with the Customs Service while attending college. In 1977, I transferred to the United States Department of Justice in Milan, Michigan as a correctional officer. I stayed there for a year. I was promoted to correctional treatment specialist since transferring to the Metropolitan Correctional Center, Chicago in 1979. In September 1980, I was forced to resign from the MCC Chicago because I was burnt out. I suffered from depression, I suffered from paranoia, I suffered from PTSD. At that time, psychiatrists and psychologists said that I would never work again. MCC Chicago offered me disability, but I did not accept the benefits. I was in denial. I was lost in the wilderness. During that time, I was so numb that I did not even have any feelings at all. Forget love or affection. I had an increased form of an exaggerated startled response called hypervigilance and a sleeping disorder. I found out very quickly that reactions to stress vary among individuals because perceptions of situations are subjective. I was homeless intermittently from 1987 until 1994. I lived on and off with relatives and in homeless shelters until my mental condition was stabilized in 1997 and again in 2000. There is nothing like an eye-opening experience to share with others so they might not have to suffer or go through what I went through. I promised myself that if I ever got on my feet, I was going to help every person I could, especially those in law enforcement. And I have. Over the years, I have shared with the CIA, the FBI, and various players in the law enforcement field about stress and how it leads to mental illnesses. And I have been transparent about overcoming the struggles of being homeless to the success of earning a PhD. The best way to motivate and inspire others to be motivated yourself. The fastest way to get others excited about a project is to get excited yourself. The way to get others committed to achieving a goal or a result is to be totally committed yourself. The way to build loyalty to your organization and to other people is to be an example of loyalty in everything you say and do. One requirement of leadership is the ability to choose an area of excellence. Just as good general chooses the terrain on which to do battle, great leaders choose the area in which he and others are going to do an outstanding job. The commitment of excellence is one of the most powerful of all motivational and inspirational techniques. All great leaders who change people and organizations are enthusiastic about achieving excellence in a particular area. The most motivational and inspirational vision you can have for yourself and others is to be the solution, not the problem. In conclusion, many people do not realize that excellent performance in serving other people is an absolute, basic, essential for survival in the economy of the future. As a leader, your job is to develop leadership qualities and exude excellence as your own individual, to be the best in your chosen field of endeavor. Your job is to have a vision of high standards in serving people. You not only exemplify excellence in your own behavior, but you also translate it to others so they too become committed to this vision. Leadership that impacts us is about having a vision. It is about seeing far ahead. It is about anticipating the challenges that come in one's field of work. And it is about getting others equipped and ready to meet the future. The second most important of all leadership qualities is integrity. Integrity is complete, unflinching honesty regarding everything you say and do. Integrity underlies all the other leadership qualities. Your measure of integrity is determined by how honest you are in the critical areas of your life. That concludes my talk on leadership today. Thank you for coming out.